Let me turn off my headphones. I don't know if they interfere with the microphone. But hello everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. A little bit different tonight. Look, I mean, the youth Trinity. Get your hoodies. Get your hoodies in. Link in the description. But no, a little bit different tonight. We're doing a bit of a live on a stroll. Babies are absolutely roaring the house down, so it's been we have to kind of do it on the walk. Hello, doggy.
Do you want him? He's just following me. He's on mine.
Yeah, mine. I got my own one. But yeah, bit of a live tonight on the stroll. I had to do it on the walk because yeah, the babies are screaming the house down, and the dog needed walking, and the missus is sorting out the babies. So I am on the stroll with the dog, and we said we get the live in while we're walking. But some interesting reports coming out today. But look, this is going to be completely interactive. I'm going because look, I don't have my screen in front of me, and I don't have any of the usual information that I would have. So we're talking to E tonight. Who have we got in? D is in. Even all Ben is there as well. You had that same kind of day, kids running riot around the house. Well, to be honest with you, I haven't. My missus was off work today, and she brought them off to a pet farm up the country, and I was out playing golf, and I had 3 pints after golf, and it was lovely. But got home and they were absolutely wrecking the place. So, well, not that they were wrecking the place, they're great kids, but yeah, they were screaming the house down, and the dog needed walking as well. So kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. She's going to put them to bed, I'm going to walk the dog. So yeah, happy days. But yeah, good to see everyone in, lads. Paul is there, says going to the game tomorrow, can't wait. Oh lad, do you know what, I am so excited for this game tomorrow. I'm so excited for United to be back. It's going to be absolutely deadly. But look, let's start with, I know I done my preview and everything like that, but let me know, does the Lick start tomorrow? Does Mazraoui start tomorrow? Does Xerxes start tomorrow? I mean, maybe not Xerxes, but I think the Lick and Mazraoui starts tomorrow. I honestly do. I honestly think they start tomorrow. Like, when you were looking at, say, the Community Shield last week, and how well it went in terms of our performance and in terms of, you know, players available and what we got out of the game. Obviously we didn't win it, you know, but a lot of positives to take out of it. I think the one probably downside to the game last week was our defence, and maybe, you know, it was a bit kind of a mismatch of a defence, and, you know, Martinez was playing left back, you had Maguire and Johnny Evans playing centre backs together. You know, there was no sign of Harry Amas on the bench when, you know, he was an ideal candidate to play. So I mean, I think the Lick comes in. I honestly do. And with Luke Shaw being injured, I mean, you know, I think Mazraoui plays as well. I honestly do, because what does that naturally do? It frees up Lisandro Martinez to go back into the middle. I didn't think he had a good game against Man City on the weekend. So, you know, we all know his strengths are at the centre of the park. So I think they both play, lads, to be honest with you. It's going to be really interesting. And what's really good about this year, I don't know if anyone heard, there's been small changes to the rules, the Premier League rules this year. Now there's nothing major, but we've kind of got semi-automated offsides now, which is really good. It'll speed up the actual, I suppose, time where referees are looking at. No, we've seen it in the Euros already, and it really sped things up. But one of the big things from, I suppose, a fan channel's perspective is that the starting 11 is going to be announced now 75 minutes before the game. It has to be announced 75 minutes before the game, which is obviously an increase on the 60 minutes that we had last year. So we're going to have the starting 11 15 minutes earlier this season for every game, which is good. I think it's good. Well, it's good from my standpoint. If we're going live an hour before the game, at least we can have everything set up and our starting 11 on the screen ready to rock and roll. So that's a good thing. But I think the guys start. What do you guys think? Let's go through the comments here, see what you're saying. Ben says, I'm working tomorrow and we'll be happy with that if Maguire starts. I don't want to watch it. Yeah, all right, well, that's fair enough. Dylan says, Can't wait. Let me switch hands here. I've got the dog lead in one hand and the phone in the other. Dylan says, can't wait. I just was bored over the summer with no Premier League. Paul says, yeah, start the Licht and the new right back. Well, let me ask you that then. Does the Low go left back or does Mazraoui go left back? Because Mazraoui can play left back as well, which is obviously a benefit to everybody at Manchester United. Dylan says, looked at One Football there. They had a predicted lineup and Evans and Licha were in the back. Amas at left back and Rashi forward. Yeah, that's bollocks, to be quite honest with you. Marcus Rashford is not going to play through the middle. Harry Amas is probably not going to start the first Premier League game if he couldn't even get the bench on, you know, in the Community Shield. So I wouldn't be taking too much notice of that. D says, I've got a different buzz than the last few seasons. This one's feeling different. I think Ineos have pulled off some sort of unseen miracle here with the on-field and off-field. This is the one, folks. This is the one. This is the one she's waiting for. Do 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 do. Yeah. Look, I mean, the business that's been done over the summer, and look, I mean, you know, Fabrizio Romano retweeted today the Ugarte tweet that he put out yesterday about United are being heavily linked with him, and you know, talks are ongoing and so on and so forth. I mean, Romano doesn't retweet his own tweet a day after he tweeted it if there's nothing going on. I think I said it last night. I think Ugarte is 7 out of 10 to join United. I'm bumping that up to an 8 now. I think Ugarte is going to fucking sign. It'd be a great signing. I really do. And I mean, with that, I mean, put it up in the comment section, guys. Let me know out of 10. You know, if we get Ugarte, what do you rate the transfer window out of 10? I'm going with an 8, right? Now, a lot of lads would say an 8. I mean, you're not fucking winning the league or anything. Why would you say an 8? Now, I'm saying an 8 because of, you know, the fact that Manchester United are not even in the Champions League. We're not challenging for Premier Leagues. And the business we've got done has been so good. And I think for that reason alone, like, you have to have, you know, a certain amount of realism about it as well. Like, we were never going to go from 8 last year to winning the Premier League next season. Now, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. But I think in terms of, you know, yeah, I mean, when you're not in the Champions League and you're not challenging for Premier League titles, you're never going to be able to really pull in the top tier, you know, the Mbappes of the world and so on and so forth. So I think for that reason alone, the business that we've got done, De Ligt, Masraoui, Xerxes, Yoro, and potentially Ugarte coming in, I'm going 8 out of 10. I think it's been a really positive transfer window. And if you're talking about, you know, Manchester United doing the great business that we've done in this transfer window, when we're not even in the Champions League, can you imagine what's going to happen in the next couple of seasons when, you know, we might be in the Champions League, or we might start to consistently get into that top 4 and maybe have a little bit of a half of a title challenge. I mean, it can only be positives. It really can. Smash a like on the video as well, guys, if you haven't done so. Subscribe if you're new. Appreciate you all. Let's see what people are saying here. Party Pooper, Adam Azin says, do you think we'll get any more signings before the window closes? Yeah, well, look, I mean, I think Ugarte is, I'm not going to say he's nailed on, but, I mean, like I said, Fabrizio Romano doesn't retweet his own tweet a day after he initially put it out if he didn't think something, you know, was happening. So, yeah, it's really positive. Ben says, hopes are high. If we lose tomorrow, it'll be all over quick. Look, right, we do have to be realistic here as well. Sorry, I'm just pulling the dog along here. Come on, mess. We do have to be realistic here as well. Fulham are no pushovers, and they haven't been pushovers as far as in the past couple of seasons. I was at the Fulham game in Old Trafford when who got sent off? The striker got sent off, and they absolutely melted. We were 2-0 down, came back to win 3-2. I think was in Old Trafford for that game? Pretty sure. Oh no, I wasn't. I was in the one where Andy Carroll fucking done in Ericsson, wasn't it? Done his knee in. But yeah, Fulham have been a tough test over the last couple of years, and Marco Silva is a good manager. He's going to have him set up really well. We're going to have to be on it, like we always have to be. You're not going to walk into the game tomorrow and expect, Fulham to lie down and take it, because they won't. But I honestly believe if we go out and we play our game and we play it to the levels that we can potentially play at with the players that we've got, I think we should be really, I won't say comfortably winning it, but I think I went for a 2-0 win to United, predicted. So yeah, I think we can get the job done. I really do. So, but again, if it doesn't go our way tomorrow night, that's just one game. Top 4 is the goal, but you want to be starting the season off as well as you possibly can, and trying to. I mean, we can be top of the league tomorrow. I know it's only one game, you know what I mean, but we can. We should be aiming for it. Let's see. Ugarte wanting to just turn around and tell PSG, look, release me, and I won't ask for the payout of the contract and let me join United. Well, look, in an ideal world, let me spin around here. My dog has me wrapped up. In an ideal world, that would be exactly what we want, you know what I mean? But we know now that that's not the way players are. Players know that they're on these big contracts, and we've seen it with Harry Maguire, and we've seen it with a little bit with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He got a little bit of a compensation package when he left as well. Players that leave big clubs are on big money the majority of the time, so they're not going to leave for pennies either, and that's what we need to keep an eye on. Ugarte wants it, says David. Let's get it done. I think it'll get done, lads. I honestly do think it'll get done. I mean, last Saturday, last Sunday, we had a great day with it was last Saturday, because it was the day of the Community Shield, when we get the here we goes from Mazraoui and for Delict, and then also for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So yeah, I think not that we're going to get it again this Saturday, but it's all positive. So I mean, yeah, I think Ugarte will get done. I honestly do think he'll get done. Let's see what people are saying. Dylan says, last time we played Fulham on opening day, we hammered them 5-1. Well, let's just let's take it all with a pinch of salt here as well, like we always say. Personally, if there are players out there that don't want to join just for who we are right now, regardless of compensation we're in, then I don't want them anywhere near us at any point in the future. Well, look, you have to be a little bit realistic here as well. Like 99.9% of players won't get to play for the club that they supported growing up, and you have to be realistic as well about the likes of Barcelona and the likes of Real Madrid and whoever else it may be that have serious pulling power, and like people were saying about Lenny Yoro, oh, he wants Real Madrid, he doesn't want United, don't sign him. But then when we get him, people are like, oh, fucking Lenny Yoro, yeah, you know what I mean? So you have to take the rough with the smooth as well. Like, if there's a player out there that's available, and you can actually realistically go out and get him, of course he's going to have other options. Every player in history has had other options, besides the one club that he ends up with. And a lot of things have to fall right, and a lot of things have to, just, fall into place where you're saying, the money is right, the fee is right, the player wants to go, the club wants him, and then it'll happen, you know what I mean? But outside of that, it can get very sticky for transfers, you know what I mean? So we have to be a little bit realistic as well. I'm enjoying this live. How long are we on? 14 minutes, right? I think we'll go this way. We'll go the long way around. So can I turn that camera around? I can turn it around. There's the dog walking there now. Oh, lovely summer's day, summer's evening. Let's see. Heard Napoli really wants Scotty. Yeah, look, we spoke about it last night on the live, didn't we, about McTominay. I mean, look, McTominay falls into that category, like we've been saying all summer, of a player that you could realistically get some half decent money for. And we need half decent money coming in the door, because like the majority of players that we've had over the last 10 years haven't lived up to expectation. So you're never going to go out and get more money for a player than we signed. And I know with Scott McTominay, obviously he's an academy player, so you don't really have a transfer fee to base what we sell him for off of. But I mean, it's all about, you know, meeting the valuation. Come here now, go away from that cat. Sorry. It's all about meeting the valuation that United have. And look, lads, we cannot give out about Ineos and the structure behind the scene. I mean, they're after getting, you know, I mean, like, didn't Bayern Munich wanted 50 million for 50? Was it 50 million pounds for De Ligt? And we're after getting De Ligt and Mazraoui for 52 million. So I mean, fucking Jesus Christ. Like, if they're saying that Scott McTominay is worth 25 million, he's worth 25 million, and we hold out until we get it. You know, now you might have to take a little bit of a hit on the nose, maybe closer to the end of the transfer window, and say, all right, we'll give him to you for 20 and maybe 5 in add-ons, achievable add-ons. But we have to take these guys. I mean, they're after giving us the best transfer window. I mean, in terms of structure, in terms of, you know, how they approach it and the professionalism of it, and you know, working on multiple deals in case one falls through. They're after giving us one of the best transfer windows we've had in a long time. So if they're saying that McTominay is worth 25 million and we don't get an offer of 25 million and he stays, then we have to accept that, because they're doing good things, you know what I mean? Ben, 21 months. Bring on the new season, can't wait. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support as always, lads. All of the channel members, absolute legends. Appreciate it. If anyone else wants to become an official channel member, link is in the description under the video. Go join. It's going to be a big season. We're going to be doing our first quiz next week. We're doing a monthly quiz, one every month of the season for members only. And yeah, so I've got the first one done and dusted, halfway through the second one already as well. Really looking forward to the quiz. We're going to be keeping the scores. Winner gets a jersey at the end of the season as well, so get involved, hit subscribe. 3-1 to us tomorrow. Bruno scores and assists, Ahmad with 1 and Manu with 1. Oh, D, love it. I love that. That's absolutely on the nose. Connor says, I think Rashford gets 1 as he plays through the middle. Maybe so. Look, I think we're going to do a false 9 tomorrow. I reckon that's how we go, to be honest. I think it's worked well against City now twice. And of course, with Rasmus Højlund injured, you're talking about not having an out-and-out striker. I think it makes sense to go with a false 9, to be honest with you. So and Rashford, like we've seen on multiple occasions over the last 4 years, Rashford being played through the middle, and it just hasn't worked. And Jose Mourinho said it on Sky Sports a few years ago. He said he's not a striker. He's just not a striker. You've got to play him on the left or as a winger or whatever the case may be. So for that reason, and Erik ten Hag dropped a couple of hints on it over the pre-season as well, pretty much saying that, no, look, Rashford's best position is on the left and that's where he plays best for us. So I think we're going to see a false 9 tomorrow. I really do. Hit the join button, folks, says D. Well worth it as the best United media out there. Appreciate it, my man. Xerxes better start playing soon, says Dylan. Listen, chill. Xerxes will be all right. He'll bide his time and he'll get in when he's ready. We have to realise as well, lads, that Erik ten Hag tends to not throw players in game 1. Now, he might do that tomorrow. You know, we're talking about De Ligt and we're talking about Mazraoui potentially starting, but you have to go back to the likes of Casemiro as the main example there. When we lost the first 2 games of the season with ten Hag's first year, and you know, we signed Casemiro straight away then after that, and Casemiro didn't start the game for 4 games, even though we were desperate for wins and desperate for picking up points. So, you know, it's not a guarantee that Xerxes starts tomorrow. And to be honest with you, I don't think he will. I think, you know, if we can get, you know, maybe a 2-goal lead tomorrow and Xerxes comes on for a half an hour, 20 minutes at the end, brilliant. Get him some game time, you know, and build it from there. Reese is in. Good to see you, Reese. Dar says, did anyone see anything about Saudi Pro League offering 86 million for Rashford? They can offer it all they want. I don't think United will take that. I honestly don't. I don't think he will. And I don't think Rashford will go, to be honest with you. I think he's ambitious. He wants to win. You know what I mean? Was he 26 years of age? I think he stays. I don't think he goes to Saudi. No way, to be honest. D says, I think they want Xerxes to bulk a bit before he starts, as he's quite breezy. But Jez, I was looking at him there. There was a clip where he was standing beside Eric Ten Hag outside the training ground, and Ten Hag was talking to him. He's a fucking big chap, big set of shoulders on him. Now, Ten Hag is obviously not a big man either, but yeah, he doesn't look small. But yeah, you could be right. You could be right. Do you think Ineos will make us successful again? Well, I think they're absolutely 100% going the right way about it. You know, we've spoke when the whole takeover scenario was coming to an end, and we were talking about, was it going to be Qatar, was it going to be Ineos, and of the club, you know, Barada, Wilcox, you know, Dan Ashworth, Vivell, all these types of guys. You know, you don't put a plaster over a gaping wound, and United was a gaping wound for a long time. But I think they've got it right. They've started from the top and they've worked their way down, and we've got lads who really know how to develop successful football teams and successful football clubs, with the likes of Barada, with the likes of Wilcox, with the likes of Ashworth. And I think after that, I think the dominoes can quite easily fall into being a successful football club. I honestly think that. I mean, you look at Liverpool, you know, Liverpool have changed a couple of people behind the scenes, and all of a sudden it's chaos, you know. And we've done it the opposite way. We've hired some really good people behind the scenes, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. So to answer your question, yes, I do think they can make us successful. Will that be this year? Probably not. Could it be next year? It could. But realistically, you're probably talking 2-3 years down the line. Eric Ten Hag has a big season ahead of him. He has to be hitting the ground running this season, or he's going to lose his job. If we have another 8th place finish in the league this year, Eric Ten Hag is gone. And I don't want that to happen. You all know how big of a fan I am of Ten Hag, but not blindly. You know, if things happen again this season the way they happened last season, there will be criticism there, and rightly so, because it can't happen 2 years in a row. Obviously, you know, injuries had a big part to play last year, and you would expect us not to have the same amount of injuries. So Ten Hag has to be on it. He really does. Right, lads, look, I know it's been a bit of a short one. But yeah, just a little bit of a touch base before tomorrow night and the chaos that's about to ensue with the Premier League and United being back. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I really am. I think we'll leave it there. If you haven't already, smash a like on the video. Do hit subscribe. I know it's a bit of a weird one tonight. Out walking the dog. Out walking the dog. We're on the way home there now, so nearly at the front door. I appreciate you watching, lads. Smash a like in the video. We're going to be live tomorrow night from 7 o'clock. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. Absolutely buzzing for it. Hope you are too. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Keep an eye out on TikTok for my match preview tomorrow. Give it a like. Get your comments in. All that good stuff. I appreciate you all. I'll chat to you tomorrow.